Hello, brothers and sisters. It's a new week. We welcome you to our show titled Speak of Africa. Our last video was very popular. You guys loved it a lot and you shared it a lot. In fact, we had covered a lot of the videos on Amazonia because they were too gory. We do not really want to show you those images and videos. But some of you contacted us on WhatsApp and we sent you the videos and you replied you were very happy we sent you the videos. So whatever you want, we share with you. This is your show. As we're telling you, we started this show because we want to give you a voice. And now you're having your voice heard in the international community. The problem we have in Africa today remains. Africa lacks justice. We need to remake the state. The form of state in Africa needs to be redrawn. The character of the states needs to be changed. Whatever we have now is not tenable. The so-called democracy is just a Western concept, a Western concoction that has been designed to help the Western world. It is not working in Africa. This is why we have a lot of coup d'etats taking place in Africa. This morning, we woke up to hear news of the coup d'etat in Congo, DRC. Why coup d'etats? Because the form of state is not working. We need a new deal, a new form of state, a way to build a new African nation. We've been saying it on this show. This is the only way we'll be able to solve a lot of African problems, when we build our own genuine African institutions. Okay? But before we start talking about African problems and a lot of the news, we want to do some household chores. First, our channel hit the milestone. We surpassed the 65,000 subscriber milestone. We want to say thank you. The numbers continue increasing, and we're asking you to continue telling your friends about our channel. Let them share our videos. Share, and share. Let people know about our videos. We're starting a revolution, but we're starting a revolution using the mind. We want to start with education. We want our people to understand the problems before they'll be able to take action. Education is too fundamental in any revolution, okay? The mind is a terrible thing to waste. So we want to exploit your mind so that we feed it not with junk, but with good stuff, okay? And we're going to start with pharmacy education. We're going to start an online university where we have to start educating our people so that they have better skills to do better jobs, to start better businesses, okay? You need the knowledge. Technology transfer is not happening because nobody wants to transfer some of this esoteric knowledge to Africa. But what we're doing is we have all the knowledge in the Western world. We know how America was built. We know how Britain was built. We know how Israel was built. So we have all this secret knowledge. We want to share this knowledge with the average African. And that's what this show is about. We want the average African to get this knowledge. When they get this knowledge, then we'll be able to keep up with the West. So long, we've been struggling to get this knowledge and nobody wants to give it to us. But we've put our hands on this treasure trove of knowledge. And we're ready to share it with the average African who needs it. That's the only way we can change Africa. This is the only way we can catch up with the West. We're starting with pharmacy training. If you are an African, instead of coming to America and washing dishes, we want you to train to become a pharmacy technician. You will not end there. If you're already in a school of pharmacy, we want to be able to help you to do well so that you can become a pharmacist in the USA. Or if you are a foreign pharmacy graduate, you may be in Nigeria, you may be in the UK, you may be in France, you may be in Egypt. You're planning to come to the United States. We're going to make things easy for you. We have our lawyers who can help you navigate through legal immigration. Okay? We're going to give you this information so that you work with our lawyers to be able to get your papers and get into the United States. Then once you get into the United States, you'll be able to prepare for a foreign exam so that you become a pharmacist. You are a pharmacist already in Nigeria. You are a pharmacist already in London. you're planning to come to America. But before you come to America, you can start taking classes from us. We've built a website. This website consists of all the tools that the big universities, such as Harvard, Yale, are using. Canvas, you must have heard of Canvas LMS. LMS stands for Learning Management Systems. These are platforms that make it easy for the big universities to teach people. We are making this technology available to the average African, okay, for the first time. The second one is Google Classroom. We're making this technology available to the regular African. What about Zoom Classroom? We are also making this technology available to the average African. And we are using Hootsuite, which is a social media engineering platform, to start looking for Africans who want to study, who want to change their lives, so that they can become part of our network. We have the website already. The website went live on Friday, so you can start going to this website to see our content. Pharmacyprof.com, that's the website. Pharmacyprof.com, that's the website. Or you can call me Prince Ojong. Some of you are surprised that I'm available. When you call me, you get me. So it's not a joke. 301-760-0335. That's my cell phone number. Call that cell phone number and you get me. If you don't get me, you get an assistant who would help you. Okay? So this is not a joke. We are for real. Take the classes. The classes are very affordable. We're making it easy for you to take these classes. We're just starting with pharmacy. But later on, we'll add classes in other fields because we want to get you ready so that the African can change things for his people. Okay? So that's it for the news. What are we going to say today? Oh, there's so much news breaking out. So much news. And the people are just crying because they are not happy with their lot. We'll start again with Nigeria. Nigeria is the big daddy of Africa. So how are things faring in Nigeria? Well, this week we noticed that President Bola Tinubu has been talking a lot about foreign investors, especially Chinese investors. He's encouraging Chinese investors to come and invest in Nigeria. That's good. But what we don't really like, and some of you have been complaining to us, is the subsidy. The way Bola Tinubu is subsidizing people going to the Hajj. People want to go to Mecca. Most of these Muslims are rich people. If they are going to Mecca, why is it that Bola Tinubu wants to spend $90 billion to subsidize their travel to Mecca? When the average Nigerian is there, they don't even have food to eat. They don't have clean water to drink. They don't have good shelter. Why would he be spending such a big amount of money to send them to Mecca on a pilgrimage? It doesn't make any sense. And a lot of Nigerians are criticizing Bola Tinubu on this. But it looks like he's not listening. The people are crying foul. But you know, African government, they do what they want. Then tomorrow when there's a coup d'etat, you complain, oh no, there's a coup d'etat now in Nigeria. It's because the government doesn't listen to the people. Democracy ostensibly is supposed to be the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. But so far, it's not working that way in Africa, and we'll give you Nigeria as an example. How did Bola Tinubu get to the presidency? I don't think the people really elected him the way it should be in a fair election. He just used his money and his connection to buy his way. So he bought the presidency. Now that he has bought the presidency, he's trying to reward his friends. Finally, you have a leader who is a form of Robin Hood, a guy who steals from the from the rich and gives to the poor. By contrast, in the case of Bola Tinubu, he is the Robin Hood of the rich. He steals from the poor Nigerians and gives to the rich people. That's what the average Nigerian is saying now. Bola Tinubu is the Robin Hood for the rich. He steals from the poor people of Nigeria, he steals the people's money and gives it to the rich people who already have money. Why? Because these people are his supporters. When Peter Obi was complaining about government waste, some of you did not really understand. When he was governor, he tried to run the state like a business. He was accountable. He made sure that there was a surplus. But most of the politicians don't like that because they want to steal what the government has, the people's money. When they are leaving the presidency, they leave the presidency with empty coffers. then how do you expect the country to do well? That's why we need a new form of state. Democracy, the way the West has fashioned it for us, is not working. So we need something different. We need African institutions that can redraw the map. Africa, one nation. We need to build a new African nation. That's really the answer. Okay? So we start with Ambazonia. In Ambazonia, things are not really going well. For a long time, people told you that, Ambazonia is no longer a war zone, things have calmed down, everything is fine. We told you it's not true. Last week, we shared a lot of videos with you. You saw that whatever we're telling you is true. There have been attacks all over. Government forces who were drinking in the bar were attacked, okay? And the Ambazonia Restoration Forces killed a lot of these soldiers. I call them beer boys, because they are guys who want to give their lives for beer. That's their choice. If you decide to die for a devil, where will you go? You will not go to heaven, you will go to hell. And that's what is happening to most of these beer boys. They are giving their lives to beer, so what will happen? They will die and rot in hell. And that's what is happening. So this week, you can see that things are not okay in Ambazonia. They are not okay. As Cameroon is celebrating 20th May, which to Cameroon is the day of unity, but to people of Ambazonia, it's not really a day of unity. It's like the Nakba for the Palestinians. The people don't like the fact that they were forced into this union, and they are protesting. So you can even see that the government of La République du Cameroon is trying to force its way to celebrate this day, whether the people like it or not. I give you an example. In Manfé, where last week we showed you strikes by Ambazonia Restoration Forces in Ekok and also in Akwaya, you see a charade. Well, the SDO of Manu is trying to do something nice by making it easy for the people to celebrate 20th May. But behind the backdrop, there's the feeling of uneasiness. This thing is staged, okay? It's staged. As much as the SDO has good intentions, his bosses in Yaoundé do not have good intentions. He may want the people to live in harmony and in peace, but there's no peace. The people are looking for peace in all the wrong places. Biya needs to sue for peace. He needs to free all the Nira 10. All those guys who are in jail, Kondengi, for political reasons. Paul Biya needs to free them right now. If he does this, he will become a bigger guy. But he's not willing to do this, which is why even the other day, you guys sent us a video in Kumba, Boya, Kumba Road. Too much shooting. Look at the video.
Banga bakunduna na wao, mayo wankan Kumba look out. Any man way can Kumba na look at where gun proof. Any man way gun proof. Kumba Road now na gun proof they use them. Oh, na Visia has road there now. So me no man no come off for Boya said go Kumba. No, you not listen fine. You not listen fine. Road no really fine. The shooting here pass why they for Afghanistan.
Too much shooting on Kumba Boya Road, okay? So where's the peace? Then in Manfé itself, look at what is happening. My Country People has a video, propaganda, showing that there's peace in Manfé. That's a lie. There's no peace in Manfé. You can see the big guys all over, standing and watching. Are they going to prevent another shooting? Not really. Because B cannot be everywhere. B is not omnipresent. B is not God. The people are going to choose the right time to strike again. The people are not fighting the Cameroon army like a traditional army. These are guys who fight like guerrilla fighters. They choose the moment to strike. They look for a moment of weakness from the government, then they strike. They don't stand toe-to-toe with the government. No, that's not the way guerrillas fight. They choose a moment when the government is weak, then they strike. Okay? That's what is going to happen. And when you look at even La République, a lot of attention is paid to 2025, the year 2025. That's going to be another presidential elections. But already the international press is making fun of Paul Biya and his ministers. What are they trying to organize? Another election where Biya is going to win? Already the people know that Biya is going to win. So what's happening? Well, Biya and his handlers, they don't even want the opposition to organize, because the opposition is thinking that if they organize and make people to vote en masse, Biya will be thrown out. That's a lie. You can bring all the people, Biya is going to rig the election again. So stop wasting your time. So you have to come up with a better plan, okay? You have to come up with a better plan. Already there are so many problems. Even Biya, look at Biya and his guys. Laurent Esso, Ferdinand Gongo, the two guys, they are all fighting for succession. Okay, Laurent Esso is the Minister of Justice. Ferdinand Gongo is the Secretary General at the Presidency. The two are butting heads. For the first time, Laurent Esso has come out to criticize Ferdinand Gongo, who owes instruction. All those hautes instructions that you say they are coming from Paul Biya, it's a lie. It's a phantom qui donne les ordres comme ça. The people don't want to believe it. So the two are already knocking heads. Even before 2025, they are knocking heads. So what is this telling you? It's telling you that there's a big fight for succession going on in La République du Cameroon. So whoever wins the election, there's going to be a coup d'etat. That's what we can tell you. The coup d'etat is going to be organized by people who are Biya supporters. They are not even going to be people outside. They're going to be Biya's own supporters who are going to organize this coup d'etat. But already, they are preparing for 20th May. And we understand Chantal Biya has invited her daughter, Brenda Biya, to come and celebrate 20th May. But some of you were laughing. You sent me videos saying that Brenda Biya is a lesbian and she's going to bring her partner to come and enjoy 20th May in Cameroon. But you guys know, under the Biya government, homosexuality is banned. So why is Brenda Biya homosexual and nobody is banning her? That's Cameroon for you. We leave Cameroon and move now to Congo DRC.
$25,000 to $250,000 per year made easy. Do you dream about making big money? Well, we all do. Imagine joining pharmacy professionals to earn good money. Statistics show that the big pharma industry rules and controls America like a colossus. Do you want to find more details about the hidden gem? Join the Pharmacy Success crew now. Become a pharmacy professional today. Let us train you as pharmacy techs, foreign pharmacy graduates, USA pharmacy students. Learn to earn. We offer affordable online and offline programs. Act now. Browse our website for details, pharmacyprof.com, or call 301-760-0335.
Congo DRC is another place where there has been a coup d'etat. We understand the coup d'etat has been thwarted, but why the coup d'etat? Well, you have immediate causes and you have remote causes. For the immediate causes, the government of Felix Tshisekedi is very dysfunctional. That's the immediate cause of this coup d'etat. The coup d'etat was staged by a guy called Christian Malanga. He's a politician of a fringe party in Congo DRC. So he staged a coup d'etat to create a new Zaire. You guys know that Zaire was the country created by Mobutu Sese Seko, a very kleptocratic president. His government was a government of thieves for thieves. After he died, we thought that this government was buried with him, but it looks like somebody wants to resurrect a government of thieves, a kleptocratic government. And this guy is Christian Malanga. His forces took over the presidency, and they also took over the building where Vital Kamerhe was residing, and they had to fight him. Eventually, he was killed by the forces of Felix Tshisekedi. Then you ask me, what are the remote causes? The remote causes are, even though Congo is the richest country in Africa, the people suffer in abject poverty. On the eastern front of the country, since the two wars of the Great Lakes, Congo has been fighting. There's never been peace in the eastern part of the country, like the whole North Kivu. All those countries on the eastern flank of Congo are fighting for the resources of Congo. They are stealing the resources. Kenya, Tanzania, all those countries, they are stealing timber from Congo. Rwanda is stealing a lot of the minerals in Congo and processing them. So there's no peace. So the people are fighting for resources. The resources belonging to Congo DRC. Those are the remote causes, okay? And you can see a lot of the pictures. If you need more information about this coup, we're going to give you more information. But for the show of today, we just want to let you know that the people are suffering. So these are the causes of this coup d'etat. It's a very dysfunctional government. Félix Tshisekedi came in, but it's a very, very weak leader. He made a lot of noise. Si je gagne les élections, je vais combattre la guerre contre Kagame. He cannot organize any real war against Kagame because he doesn't have the experience. His army is very weak. Kagame is a war-hardened criminal. He has a very strong army. So Félix Tshisekedi cannot really fight him. He just keeps making noise. What he's making is noise. He cannot fight Paul Kagame. And that's why the M23 continues to humiliate the Congolese army. You look at what is happening in Goma and a lot of those countries. A lot is happening. People are suffering. What can Félix Tshisekedi do? He has tried to explore all options, military options, diplomatic options. He has gone to France, talked to international community leaders to help him. But what he needs to do is to build a strong army. If he can build a strong army, then he will be able to fight M23, Mouvement de Mars 23. Okay? So that's what he needs to do. Next, we take it to Gabon. In Gabon, we hear that Ali Bongo is crying. He's going through a hunger strike. He's refusing to eat because he's complaining that the government of Brice Oligui Nguema is maltreating him and his family. Well, do you see how life is? They tell us no condition is permanent in life. A few years ago, Ali Bongo was enjoying killing people and laughing. Today, now he's in prison. He's in prison and he's suffering. His family is suffering because he has lost power. So it's like God sometimes humbles us. He teaches us lessons that we should learn. And I think Ali Bongo should really learn a few lessons. When he was enjoying all the wealth of the country, he did not really know that the people were suffering. But look at the way God really punishes people. So God has decided to punish Ali Bongo. He has not only punished him with illness, he has punished him with the loss of the presidency. It's like the loss of Eden. All the wealth of Gabon, Ali Bongo has lost it. So now he's crying foul. So let him cry foul. It's a learning lesson.
Tired of waiting in long lines at the emergency room or your doctor's office? You should be. Why wait in long lines for care? It's time for you to come to Lucille Urgent Care. Real care, no waiting. Lucille Urgent Care, the best place for true and loving care. Service at Lucille Urgent Care is convenient, fast, time efficient, affordable, accessible, transparent, and cost effective. Real treatment is your right. Indeed, it's not just a privilege or pejorative. Skip the emergency room's long lines, kiss the ER goodbye, say farewell to your old doctor's office, pay less, save time, enjoy the excitement of convenience, receive immediate treatment, get the healthcare you need quickly and affordably. Lucille Urgent Care offers many express services: rapid COVID-19 testing, on-site prescription, preventative lab services, imaging and x-rays, urgent medical treatment for common illnesses and injuries, routine vaccines and flu shots, work-related injury services, pre-employment, occupational, annual, and sports physicals, immigration exams, and much more. Same-day treatment, rapid lab results, extended hours, weekend hours, no appointment necessary, no insurance necessary, no doctor necessary, walk-ins accepted, telemedicine available. We are open 7 days a week with evening and weekend hours. We are located in Maryland. Lucille Urgent Care, 903 Half York Road, Towson, Maryland, 21204. Website, lucilleuc.com. Call at 443-275-1286 or 301-593-4897.
In Ghana, Stevie Wonder, the American superstar, was in Ghana to celebrate his 74th birthday, but they also honored him with citizenship of Ghana. So he has become the new citizen of Ghana. So that's a great thing. Ghana is really trying, Nana Akufo-Addo is really trying to make Black Americans feel welcome in his country. And we salute that, and we're asking other African leaders to invite African Americans to return home. Homecoming. This is a good thing. We'll take you next to Guinea. Mamadi Doumbouya. The people are clamoring. The honeymoon is over. Whatever you were saying about a new deal, The people are tired with your noise and broken promises. They want you to return the country to civilians. That's what the people want. Then we take it to Senegal. In Senegal, you've realized that President Faye went to Nigeria to visit Bola Tinubu, and Bola Tinubu was telling him to stay within the fold of ECOWAS, to tell some of those Sahel leaders to come back into the tent. Will he succeed? We don't know. He's been touring a lot of countries in Africa. Is it that he's on a learning visit, or he's just trying to create relations with these new leaders? We don't know. But I think the story that was even bigger was the story of Jean-Luc Mélenchon, the party leader of a French far-left party. It looks like this guy was pro-Ousmane Sonko. So after Ousmane Sonko became Prime Minister of Senegal, he invited Jean-Luc Mélenchon from France to come to his country to meet. So it was a big visit, and you can see the pictures, a lot of fanfare. But we're going to end our show today by taking you to South Africa. South Africa is having presidential elections on May 29th. How is Cyril Ramaphosa going to handle this? Is he going to win a victory for the ANC? Or is he going to lose the majority he enjoys now, and he's going to subject his party to coalition building with other parties? It remains to be seen. So this election is an important one in South Africa. So we want to see how things are going to play out. So we end our show by telling you that Africa needs a total makeover. The form of government we call democracy is not working, which is why we are having a lot of coups taking place all the time. Because when people think that they cannot change the law using legal means, they resort to violence. And that's what is happening, because democracy is a fake form of government for Africa. We need to sit as Africans and create a new form of state, a new form of government with African institutions based on our African traditions, okay? Institutions that should come from traditional Africa, indigenous African institutions, okay? That's what we need to do to remake Africa. Meanwhile, don't forget about pharmacy training. We have the classes taking place. Tell your friends, tell so many of them, because we want to help everybody. Bye-bye.
Do you need tax preparation services? We can help. Contact PJ Tax Service, America's only full-time income tax preparers. Like the good old doctor, we do not close our doors after April 15th. In fact, we stay open all year round in order to serve you. We are located at 11207A, Lockwood Drive, Silver Spring, Maryland, 20901. Make an appointment today with Prince Ojong, your tax expert. Call 240-350-1131 or visit us on the web at www.pjtaxservice.com.
Selling a service or a product? Need buyers? Use the African Nation TV as a channel to reach many viewers. Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131. Act today.